Today on CityCast Madison. Dane Dances kicks off its month-long series of Friday night concerts this week, and everyone's invited. The free annual event held on the rooftop of the Monona Terrace was created 2 decades ago to bring all of Madison together. And you know what? It worked. It's one of the most diversely attended and popular event series in this city's jam-packed summer festival schedule. CityCast Madison host Bianca Martin talked to Al Cooper, president of Dane Dances, about this year's lineup. And we also learned a remarkable fact about Al that you won't want to miss. It's Wednesday, August 2nd. I'm Dylan Brogan, and here's what Madison's talking about.
Al, hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing funky fresh. Excited to talk to you about the dances. For first-timers like me, what can someone expect to experience from Dane Dances?
At Dane Dances, you can expect an exciting night of music, dance, and some good food and good camaraderie among the people that are there. I have a saying about Dane Dances, people come happy and they leave even happier.
Yeah, that's ideal. Leave them better than you found them.
Right.
So it's your 24th year. Started in 99. How many people typically come out for these dances?
We can range anywhere from 2,800 to 5,000 to 6,000, depending on the night. We have a 3,000 capacity on the rooftop, but because of the 2 bands and the breakout, the different kind of music we have, and being family friendly, people come and leave because for some children, the second show is too late.
That's a lot. That's awesome. What do you most love about Dane Dances?
I personally like seeing the little children really enjoying it until we get into people in the 80s and 90s that can still get out and enjoy the music and even enjoy being on the dance floor. So that whole range of people that are able to enjoy one event is what I think is set us apart in a lot of ways from a lot of groups, because we try to appeal to everyone and we try to program the music around family friendly and accessible to everyone.
Can we talk about the location? I think it can't be skipped that dancing on Monona Terrace is magic.
It is, and you're between the Capitol and Lake Monona. You got the Capitol for the bands and people looking out. They'll be looking at the Capitol, but then they got the lake at the back, and you always got a nice breeze. It's up on top of a building. You know, it's a park on top of a building, which is unusual to start with. And then the location of it in the center of the city. It's nothing like it.
So the theme this year is the season of togetherness. The original purpose of the dances was to promote better race relations, right?
Correct. Yeah. And then through that interaction, people have a great appreciation for each other and as well as for the community. And a lot of times people talk about what the community isn't. I like to focus on what it is and how we can continue to make it better.
So that's still the goal.
That's always going to be the goal.
And so what about this theme, Season of Togetherness? How's that going to shake out?
Our theme originally with Dane Dance was get up, get down, get together. So I've gone through a number of things every season. And this year I came up with togetherness, looking around the country and looking at how things are so divided. It's a time to talk about us coming together as a people and within our community and within the villages of that community. If we all come together and do our share and share our love and appreciation for each other, then we will be together and we'll be able to party and have fun together. Then we also can extend that back to the community. We can live together in peace and harmony.
Yes. And so, it's been going for 24 years. Have you seen any results of the hope, in terms of race relations and bringing people together across race? Or have we made headway?
All I can look at is our audience, because we do reach out to all sectors of the community. Our audience base have begun to reflect the diversity in the city. You get all nationalities, all cultures coming to our event. And knock on wood, we haven't had any confrontations or stuff with people within the group. And most people come showing love, and that's what we like.
Yeah. This week, opening night is Show Your Colors night. So I guess folks are encouraged to dress representing their company, club, church, country, organization, trying to, show some pride and share it with others.
Yeah, I'm always coming up with ideas that give people a reason to be excited about being there. And I think Show Your Colors is an opportunity to represent several different organizations if you want to. You can wear a cap, a shirt, and other paraphernalia from that organization. So you can say, hey, I'm connected to these different variety of groups, and this is what we do in the community. And that's another way you get people talking to each other.
Yeah.
If everybody dressed the same, you don't know who's with what. And I think it was an idea that would be able to have people stand out, that have people reach out to them, or at least see that it takes all of these people in the community to help make the community great.
I'm like picturing dashikis or like different outfits.
Yeah.
Well, hey, it's a party. Let's talk about these acts. So this week, we've got two local favorites on deck, generally. Some Chicago heavy hitters, a Philly voice. Tell us what you're most excited about with the lineup for this year.
I'm just excited because this year we try to have a balanced mix between new groups and old groups so people have some familiarity with what's going on. But this year, we're probably bringing in more new groups than people are going to be aware of. So I'm going to be interested in see how that play out. But I try to bring groups that are great performers, great entertainers, and able to engage the crowd. So the first night, the Associates, they've been to Dane Dances 2 or 3 times, and they're a very good variety of music that appeals to everyone. Mike Dangerous is a new group, but I think they're going to be an exciting group. They're a younger group, and hopefully appeal to some of our younger audience a little better. And they do a variety of songs, and he's also a great songwriter.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceilings when we're in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel hot blood in my body when it drops. I can't take my eyes up off it, moving so phenomenally. Won't lock the way
I think every night going to be exciting, but I tried to make opening night just blow it out of the gate.
A banger.
And then try to follow it up each week after that.
Yeah, so that's for this week. 2 Chicago dance bands, Associates Band, playing after them, Mike
Dangerous Orchestra, yeah.
Dangerous Orchestra. Yeah, and so week 2 is like local Latin soul music with a special guest.
Yeah, with a Philly flavor, Sal Soul DeMott been around Dane Dances for a number of years, and their uniqueness is that they do a lot of Latin rhythms, tunes, but they are all in English. Then Luisito Rosario is from Philly. He originally sung in New York City with the Larry Hollow big Latin band. So he was the lead singer for 23 years. So he brings a lot of stage presence and a very good voice. He sings very well. He engaged the audience. And it's a high energy, high exciting night. I dub it more of the Latin night, but don't be misled by the titles because it's a flavor for everyone.
Lots of flavors. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, so that second week is Orquesta Sal Sol del Mod, and then Luisito Rosario, the singer from Philly. In the write-up it says, you don't want to miss this show.
You don't, because it's high energy. I've seen some of his videos. It's just really, really good dance music.
And then week 3, we've got Chicago Global Travelers, BBI, and then our local disco dance party favorites,
Yeah,
VO5.
VO5, and they bring the people. Some people say they bring the funk, but they bring the audience that travel with them wherever they go.
The This is real, and I can feel it. This is real, and I can feel it. I am alive, and I have arrived, and I can feel it. This is real, and I can feel it. This is real, and I can feel it. I am alive, and I have arrived, and I can feel it.
So that night, it's going to be packed. It's going to be hard to get in. So I suggest get there early.
All right, you heard it, y'all. You heard it there. And then the last Friday, there's 3 international headlining performers.
I wanted to close it out strong. So we have 3 acts that night. Aria, which is a band that actually was a offshoot of Slave itself. And then we have Slave, which is a high energy dance group and singing group out of Chicago. And then we follow that up with Angel Melendez, which is a trombonist. It's a little jazzy, but it's dance and orchestra kind of music that keep you moving. And Angel notoriety was his first album was nominated for a Grammy. So that's how good he is and his group.
That's a testament.
That's going to be a nice way to close out the 24th anniversary season and the season of togetherness. I don't think you can afford to miss any of the nights because you're going to really miss a great show on any night you're not there. But we're going on with it anyway.
That's right. That all sounds amazing. Everyone loves old school funk and salsa. And if you don't, you just probably haven't seen it or heard it. All of these sound wonderful. But it's Dane Dances. It's about the music, but it's about the dance. And I hear you're trying to get folks out on the dance floor this year. You're committed. So much so that there's going to be a DJ who's giving dance lessons.
Yes, and I've been in search of that magic that in my mind that's there. And I think I've found that this year, that to be able to keep the dance floor full with people participating with the dance lessons by Francis Moderna. And he's a very good dance instructor. He keep it simple, give you simple steps so everybody can follow along. It's not like you're going to get up there and get confused because you can't keep up. He will take you along with him. And I think that's going to be a great addition to Dane Dances. So it's going to keep you dancing.
It's no Zumba. I don't know about y'all. Maybe everyone can keep up with Zumba, but I get lost.
Right.
It'll be straightforward.
And the steps he teach you can also use it during the band. Once you pick it up, you can it's a universal dance moves that he's going to be teaching.
That's so fun. And will you be boogieing?
I'm not a dancer. I create an environment for others to dance.
You don't dance?
No, I don't.
But you were a college DJ. And so you know what kind of music it takes to get people dancing. I'm
into music. I come from a musical family. So I've been into music all my life. So I enjoy the music. And dance never really did anything for me. One, I hate rejection. So when we used to go ask people to dance, and they said, no, I don't, okay. I can do without that. But I enjoy music.
That's fair enough. But what's the secret sauce for music that gets people dancing?
It's music with a beat. And then our added bonus is a message that people can sing along with and they can feel in their bones. I always say the vibration that are created in the environment that are there. Music has that universal appeal. Even if the music you don't even know the words for, but you like the music, you like the beat, you still can feel it. You'll pick up the words even if you don't know the language.
That's real. That is so real. And you've been going to these dances almost since the very start. What's one of your favorite memories?
I remember And this is why it's such a challenge for me. We had a DJ, Lori, who was the DJ with Watt radio station. And I remember the way she played music kept the dance floor full all the time. And I've been trying to recreate that magic that she had with different DJs around the city, and not a knock on any DJs, just a timing of music and what people want to do. And a lot of times it's how hot the weather is outside as to whether people get up and dance or how long they dance. So you have to take all that into consideration. But I was in search of what I call the magic that Lori had. She passed away some years ago, but I've always been trying to recreate that magic she had on the dance floor, getting people on the dance floor.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And I do it with the bands. I look for bands and have my discussion with our band selection committee. And I try to push for bands that's going to elevate people to get up and dance.
I hear it's very like multi-generational.
It is. And that's the beauty of it. And I also, part of the magic is when you can get, actually people bring newborn babies. I don't know why, but sometimes babies are 2 weeks old and people come and they put headphones on them and they bring them anyway. But it's that kind of event that everybody can come. And as long as you do it safely, they have it and they don't have to worry about what's happening with their child because they got them with them.
Can you come by yourself?
You can come by yourself, and I guarantee you're going to find something. You're not going to feel alone. That's why I tell people this. Well, I don't want to come by myself. I say, if you come, I guarantee you, once you get there, you won't feel alone because the crowd going to draw you in and you're going to blend into the crowd and you're going to join in.
Well, you were talking about weather, some things are weather dependent. I was curious, why August?
Monona Terrace do what Tunes on the Terrace in June and July, and they're our partners. I don't say they're not just a host for us. We're partnered with doing events. August was available, and we started out doing August from the beginning. So we continued that tradition. And we originally started with one band. Now we have two bands. So we're able to fill the whole night with a variety of music. So we try to have a diversity of music. And we also do that with food as well.
There's food?
Yes. We have 3 ethnic food vendors that are there. We have a Venezuelan vendor, and we have 2 soul food vendors with barbecue and different other soul food. Then you have Lake Vista Cafe with more of the traditional American style food. So you have a broad base of food as well. And then, of course, the drinks by the catering service at Monona Terrace, so you can have hard drinks if you want to, or you can bring your own soft drinks or buy soft drinks there.
Yeah, it's not a party without food, but it is outside, which makes it great. But what happens, in the event of severe weather?
If it either get too hot or rain or inclement weather, we fortunate this year have rain backup for every night, except the 18th is at Alliant Energy. All the other backups are at Monona Terrace, which means we would go inside and on site. Then on the 18th, we would have to leave Monona Terrace to go out to Alliant Energy Center. And we make those calls at noon on Friday, and we put it up on the call-in line and on our social media and our webpage, as well as Monona Terrace boards and their sites.
Al, before we go, any last thoughts you want to share with folks listening who might be headed out there?
Come and have a great time, but we also want to thank our sponsors as well, because we're able to keep it free and accessible to everyone because we have great support in the community from corporate America, many of the businesses and foundations and grants that we write, and individual donations. So we're able to keep it accessible to everyone by keeping it free.
It's a big community event.
Yes, it is.
Well, Al, thank you so much. I'll see you at the dances.
Okay, see you, Bianca, and thanks for having us.
That was CityCast Madison host Bianca Martin with Al Cooper, president of Dane Dances. He enjoys the music, but he's not getting on the dance floor, people. And here's what else Madison's talking about. Local development. Is this the end of the Essen House? The Wisconsin State Journal reports that a developer is seeking to demolish 2 longtime mainstays of downtown, the Essen House and the Comeback Inn, both on East Wilson. An Eau Claire developer is proposing to replace nearly the whole block with a 100-room hotel as well as an 8-story apartment building. The neighboring Hotel Ruby Marie would stay. This isn't the first time the city has received a proposal to revamp that area. There have been 3 other proposals since 2000, none of which ended up happening. And the yet-to-be-built Imagination Center on the Far East Side is facing delays. The $16 million center will feature a library and park pavilion at Rindale Park on East Wash. Construction was supposed to begin this year, but the timeline has been pushed back to 2025. City officials say the delay was caused by unanticipated issues, including making the building more green and saving mature trees near the construction site. That's all for today here on CityCast Madison. I'm Dylan Brogan. If you enjoyed the show, why not share this podcast with someone in a funk? Better yet, bring them to Dane Dances. They can hang out with Al. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. See you then.
I'm not supposed to swear, but goddamn, get off your butt and jam.